Welcome everybody to Campocraft 2020, where we built the entire Campo Verde High School because we had nothing else to do. One of the first things I'd like to point out that we built this map with a 1-to-1 ratio using Google Maps. So everything you see on the stream is pretty accurate. We started off the build with the parking lot one night, and as it started to progress, we thought it'd be extremely funny if we just built the entire of Campo in Minecraft. So the first building we started off with was the auditorium building, because this is one of the easiest buildings to kind of start nailing down the proportions of how it looks in real life. We got the lobby, the bathrooms. The men's bathroom has a lot of water in it for some reason. The woman's bathroom, I don't know. The practice field looks better in Minecraft Campo than in real Campo. That's just true. We can't.
This build was so much work. We put 187 hours
About
total into making this.
Another part of the build we have is the bathrooms. This one has some signs in it. But one problem we had was all of us are guys who built this, so we don't really know what the girls' bathrooms look like. So we did a lot of guesswork with these bathrooms, and I don't know what that is. Moving along, you do notice that there is puddles of mud. In real life, we always get those stupid puddles because everyone walks right there. Here's the science building, though. All these classrooms are somewhat generic how they're built. We have some of the words on the wall next to the. This is the biomed room. We do have a student in biomed that helped build this. So this one's actually pretty accurate. I do know Watson's room. Do have him playing Hearthstone. If you're guys on Instagram, you'll recognize the boys' bathroom here because during third hour, the math building boys' bathroom is just chock full because of reasons I don't know if I'll say. But then the girls' bathroom. People don't know what the girls' bathrooms look like, but I feel like they probably have a roller coaster. I don't know, it just seems like something that girls would do in the bathroom. Here's Mr. Jeanson's math joke of the day. It's what's 9 plus 10? The room in the back here, we really didn't know what this looked like, so we just kind of filled it with a bunch of things. I guess the next thing we'll check out is the library. I put that sign there. But here's the rest of the library. Again, a lot of guesswork with some of the things, and this room back here, we had a failed Aether portal. We assume there's probably a big Chromebook. This is probably where all the tech support happens for the school. And then here is Miss Plunk's room. Here's all of our seats that we just put in. And then here is Diet Dr. Pepper and Fortnite Mini Shield. What do baby parabola drink? Quadratic formula. Thank you, Mr. Jeetson. This is another video from our Instagram page. This is the parkour in the bathroom. Another idea we had, we assumed that girls did, was that they would have to do some sort of physical exercise to, make it to the bathroom. And also, I think this is actually the one normal bathroom we ended up doing. Here's Mr. Heermans, standing outside his classroom like he always is. And here's his room, where we have Bumblebee's Tragedy. This is my B rap I did last year, where I rapped about bees in front of the class. There's a kiss, I guess, if you want a kiss from me. There's a Spider-Man chair he has that he always reclines back. He just got that recently. Now that everyone's in the server, we will continue the full tour once we do our ceremony. So here's everyone on the server right now.
People are just beating me up. I'm trying to walk up.
Welcome everyone to our Minecraft graduation 2020. We didn't get an actual graduation in real life, so we decided it'd be kind of funny to make this. So we have a few speakers tonight. We have Miss Plunk, Noah Wasserbeck, and me, Michael Buchanan. Thank you all for coming to the ceremony. Really appreciate the fact that so many people turned out in the live stream and on Minecraft to see something like this. Now we'll have our first speaker, Miss Plunk. For speech.
Okay. Well, hi everybody. So I'm really kind of excited to give this speech, and I'll keep it kind of short because I know that all of you guys are kind of going crazy out there. Like, people are throwing meat around, each other up. So, okay. So I want to say thank you to the guys that built this for inviting me to speak at your Minecraft ceremony. I'm not sure if I was asked to be here because you like me or because I'm the only teacher weird enough to be super excited for this. I don't have a lot of experience with Minecraft, hence why everybody sees me as a 5-year-old boy, because it's my son's avatar skin character thing. And actually, I have had one experience with Minecraft before. Um, I actually got stuck in a gigantic hole for 3 hours. And finally, I had to ask Jack and Michael and Oscar how I could get out, only to later realize that there was no jump button programmed on my controller. So the fact that I actually made it here and I'm not stuck in a dark hole of emotion somewhere is pretty sweet. Um, I don't want to go on forever and ever. And if you know me, you know that I can get off on a tangent and never come back. During the school year, you were all stuck in my class and sort of forced to listen to me talk about life and death, the symbolism of swords and vases, vampires, and my favorite, the Christ figure. So I really had to focus to write this for you all. More than anything, I guess I want you all to know how much I really freaking miss you guys. I know that we all probably wish we could go back to the day before spring break and make it count. Instead, half of you stayed home because it was a half day, and those of you that were there just sort of zombied your way through it. I know that I took it for granted. I've mentioned in a couple classes before that we've actually been really lucky that as a group, we've never had to deal with anything big like world wars, famine, a depression, or a plague. My generation and yours has really never had to deal with anything that has completely stopped all of our lives at the same time. I remember thinking out loud to you about how lucky we have been as a group not to have experienced something as tragic as those in the not so distant past have experienced. And then COVID. But after COVID and after all that we've been through, I don't feel like we're part of one of those groups we study in history where we think, holy crap, I'm glad I didn't live there and then. I think that this is really actually something that isn't as tragic as it first appeared. You and I are never going to forget each other because of this. I've seen many classes of students come and go, but I can't ever forget you guys. You and I have together experienced something that will always connect us. And one day we'll all be telling our kids and grandkids about this. And for me, that makes me happy that I'll always have something special with you all. As you go and start the next stages of your lives, and as I continue down the inescapable path of becoming Professor Trelawney, let's all agree that we'll never take another day of school or life for granted. And the next time you feel trapped and alone, or when you're stuck in a dark hole for 3 hours, someone will be there to help you out. Congratulations, class of 2020.
All right. Well, that was Miss Plunk. We really appreciate her getting on the server and putting herself out on a limb for us to actually do this. We really appreciate you, Miss Plunk.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Oh, I miss you guys.
All right, Noah.
Good evening, friends, Steves, and Alexes alike. Welcome to Campo Verde's first Minecraft graduation. So first, I'm gonna start off with a shout out to Zach Whaley because he wouldn't give me a shout out in his real virtual graduation speech, but that's okay. So hopefully you guys are all excited and re-experiencing the school that provides us with the 4 years worth of memories and fun. I originally had a lot of Minecraft puns, but the others told me to bring it down a notch. But we thought that I'd go a little more serious because Michael would bring a little more humor in for us. So I'll keep my speech short because I know you all want to get back to exploring the school. But I just want to say, don't be afraid to be creative. When things aren't exactly intended and something crazy happens, don't shut down and just get creative. Make the most of the situation that was given to you and create something new. Enjoy the experience and not the ending. The Ender Dragon can never enjoy a book because he always starts at the end. Anyways, in honor of starting a new chapter in our life, we'll be converting the server into a new community survival world where creativity is boundless and the end is not in sight. So please enjoy that, and hopefully I'll see you guys all later. Thank you, guys.
Our next speaker is Michael Buchanan. He has done so much. He works very hard, and was runner-up for valedictorian. So Michael, let's hear it.
For most students, senior year ended 2 months ago when we found out we were not required to go to class. And even the people who continued doing schoolwork missed out on interacting with school events and peers. Everything about high school has faded away like a memory, even though we have barely finished the school year. And now, as we reach graduation, we can reflect on the ending of our high school career. The class of 2020 missed out on the best parts of senior year. Everyone here understands that our senior year ended without a prom, or a proper graduation, or a senior prank, or a senior ditch day, or the final day of school where we all have no real work to do and are anxiously waiting for the last bell of our high school career where we can breathe a sigh of relief because we did it. Instead of all of this, we got a graduation in Minecraft, as this was one of the few ways we could salvage this situation before high school ended. After this, we will begin a new part of our lives at university or on a mission or at McDonald's. The hardest part about this new beginning is how foreign it is. Sure, you may have family members that can tell you what college or working life is like, but the scary part is that it is nearly impossible to know what our future lives will be like until we have experienced it. However, we do have a graduation in Minecraft during a time where all odds of celebrating graduation are against us. And because of this, I can take comfort in the fact that we can make the most out of a situation, even if it is as extreme as the one we are in. So, the only worthwhile advice I can give is to focus on the present because we have proven we can conquer whatever scary challenges the future presents us. Thank you.
That brings our speeches to our close. We gave everyone caps. I would like to, on 3, throw our caps in the air, and this way we can all celebrate all of us graduating. So in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we got people to do it. Someone commented that this was the greatest senior prank ever. And this is a subject I kind of want to talk about for a little bit. The main builders of this group did have a collective senior prank idea that we never got to execute because coronavirus happened. We would have done a senior prank where we would have we thought it would be funny to hold a wedding in the middle of the courtyard and have like catering and a live band and then like an ordained priest. We planned it out pretty well. But sadly, we never got the chance to do it. To continue the tour, I was in the weight room. No after-school weights this week because of coronavirus, sadly. We did put all of ourselves on the Derek Pound Club, I guess, because we can. Here's the weight room. Here's most of the racks. And we built one bench. Coach Bishop's benching right now. Eric Yann's vertical is notably 1,000 feet. That was the only person we put on the sides up here. So we put in the PE office room sandwich because every day you'll see Coach Cornell eating like, I don't know, a sandwich. Here's the boys locker room. There's a peek hole. The girls locker room, but don't shame on you if you go looking through that peephole. Women's bathroom. Like I said, we don't know what women's bathrooms look like, so we decided to put like a cool cave we could hang out. Here's another bathroom we built. This one's filled with water because there's always like pee on the floor. This is Miss Zondaluski's room. I don't think I covered this one. We made it in pitch black because her room is always like pitch black because she always turns the lights off. Here's Mr. Weber's room. We put a lot of his quotes here that we recall from when he teaches, like Little Boxes. Kept playing the Little Boxes song like so many times. And he also like always go on these weird talks. And one of the common themes of his talks was he's gonna put our grades on the superstition like screen by the freeway, like for the car dealership. I kind of can't remember why. It was something about like, I don't know, not having shame or something. And I think we've explored most of the main buildings. Last building is the administration building. So to give context for how this was all built, we started with the auditorium building, and then we moved on to the cafeteria building, and then we went math and then English. And so our last building was the auditorium building. And at this point, we were so done with the building because it was going on for so long. So a lot of this stuff in this building is not going to make sense, especially since we've like never been in this building. Like this one is like airplane seats because we didn't know what counselor's office room looked like. We put a bathtub or jacuzzi actually. This was inspiration from Lego Star Wars. If you've ever played it, there's one level. You're walking in the Death Star, and then you walk in this room, and there's like stormtroopers, a jacuzzi, just chilling. And so we thought that was probably what goes on in the administration building. One of the last buildings we have is the seminary building. I have in loving memory of Jaden. He went to the school. And he's not, there's nothing wrong with him. He's not at Campo anymore, so that's kind of sad.
Shout out to Jaden.
Another part of the build we had was under the bleachers. There's always a lot of like weird stuff back there. We didn't really know, so we put a whole tent back here, camping site, because of course that's incredibly funny on our standards. We fly over to the other bleachers. We have a broken Aether portal, and that's it. One of the last things that we haven't visited yet that we built was this weird building by the football field. And at this point, the bathrooms started to get like really weird, because we were kind of struggling ideas on what to do. So the men's bathroom is like a mushroom forest, while the women's bathroom is a peaceful, normal forest. Duality between gender. I've always been in these bathrooms on this side of the building, so we ended up mirroring it to the away side. But again, the bathrooms, we really didn't know what to do. We made the women's bathroom a library. We assume women read in the bathroom or something. And then the men's bathroom, we have 3 holes into a trough of water. One of the last things we put up was the
pool.
So,
Oh yeah.
I was just heading here.
people who went to South Valley, they'll kind of understand this. When you're at South Valley, I don't know why, but the teachers have this really dumb joke where they're like, "Oh, there's a pool on the roof where we go swimming in the summer." And they would always bring this over our heads and be like, "Guys, there's this really cool pool." And so we decided at the very top of the highest point of Campo Verde, we would put the South Valley pool as a memento to our to our humble beginnings, I guess. Here's the ROTC pull-up bar, because the military people always come, like, and they'll start doing pull-ups. They'll bring out the pull-up bar, and everyone will like crowd around and do pull-ups. As a whole, thank you everyone for joining. We really appreciate it. It has been an incredible experience to know that while many people graduate, 3 hours sitting in the sun, long list of names are being read off, we had a Minecraft graduation. I don't think anyone else probably will ever have, at least not to the scale we had. Thank you for Camden for helping run the server. He was a huge part. Jack, Noah, Oscar, they helped a lot. It was a very difficult thing to pull off, especially I want everyone to know that this was pretty much entirely student run. So it's not like the school sponsored, I guess. We did have a teacher, but that is just because we know Miss Plunk pretty well, and we somehow managed to convince her to join our Minecraft graduation. She pretty much immediately agreed, and we really appreciate her for joining, because I don't think it would have been the same without her. It definitely makes it really special that we could have one of our teachers that a lot of seniors had this year give a nice speech for our super scuffed Minecraft graduation.